All right, Aries, what is up? Kicking off the fire signs with a month ahead reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gotta say, I gotta ask, point of reflection for you. I realise you're just out there in the abyss somewhere. But how are you feeling after that stellium that went through your sign? That's a lot of planets. That's what a stellium means, eh? In the last month you had the Moon, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune has just arrived. I'm not laughing. In Aries. Neptune moves slow, so it's going to be there for a bit. I think it's 14 years. No pressure. Intuition, Neptune. Intuition, dreams dissolving, where certainty dissolves. I'm not laughing. Spirituality, imagination, sensitivity, illusion. Neptune is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is also Pisces, dreamy energy. I don't know if that feels like you, Aries. Let's see how you feel about that. Yeah, so just a point of reflection. Notable mention. Good job. Well done. You made it. Let's see what the month ahead has for you. I've got some notes for you. I was going to call you Neptune. Aries, I've got some notes for you. Themes that we'll be looking into. Any identity shifts. Again, no pressure, no big deal, but big shifts across the solar system through your sign. So you'll be feeling that. Well, here's an invitation for you to feel that if you haven't noticed. Emotional honesty, beginning again, but differently. First 4 cards being the next 4 weeks, the month ahead. And I mean, that's not a coincidence. I'm in a funny mood. My social battery's a bit higher today. Perfect for fire energy, so thanks for joining. This is a new spread. So 4 weeks, the next 3 cards I pull will hopefully relieve my jaw. But they are to support you in the transition over these weeks. So 5 of Pentacles to the Justice card, supported by the Queen of Wands. Justice to the Knight of Cups, the invitation, the offer, the humble suggestion. Supported by the Ace of Cups. Interesting, lots of cups going on here. Knight of Cups to the King of Cups, supported by the Emperor. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. It does, I said it here. Feels like an invitation, an act from alignment rather than urgency. Emotionally activating, but also clarifying. A deep questioning around who you truly are. And you step into yourself here. Well, the Emperor is the Aries card, so there's no mistaking, but you do need to have some kind of certainty in the next couple of weeks to get you out of a lower frequency and align with this energy of neutralizing justice. We'll see what that is in a moment. Could be in a relationship. Apparently we're seeing it now. And potentially you're being called to step into a position, a higher position, graduated position, a more regulated position emotionally. Cups being that vessel that holds the current of the ocean, emotion. Water, it's here, it's the heart. So, switching up energies with that Justice card there, but you need to really, you don't need to, you can do what you like. bring yourself in from out of the cold and leveraging that Queen of Wands energy, that Queen of Fire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and do it, whatever it is. I just feel like you need some discipline, or not discipline, but regulation, whatever that means. If emotionally you feel a bit wobbly or slack is what I heard, I'm so sorry. But wobbly, like, I felt slack more like as in, like when the rope lags, not as in lazy, although whatever resonates. But there feels like a distance or something that is calling in this major arcana card of justice. Maybe you're waiting for a decision in the next couple of weeks that will seemingly bring you in from out of the cold or change your current state. And on the other side of that, you'll be able to offer more or be offered more or receive more insight, intimate insight. I have to say it that way. Knight of Cups. Some say that he's scrying with that cup. It's at eye level. He can see his reflection in it and he's kind of future casting. You know, when I grow up, I want to be just like the King of Cups. The most regulated, balanced king of all the suits. And yeah, I don't know if it's to do with an opportunity that seems like it's Pentacles related, work related, home related, security, stabilizing, tangible. Either way, I don't know if you've got to believe it before you see it, or if that's the problem or the opportunity. Interesting, you've got some language there to really, come together, maybe tighten up. Due diligence, I'm also feeling this like, just check against a higher power, because you don't want to be accepting any offers that come from a place of lack when you have this big opportunity to step into the full expression of yourself as the Emperor here. And you know, maybe you're right before you're thinking about applying for a promotion or asking for a raise, and you don't. Just do it. Do that thing. Just lean in the direction of it. Get some more information. Do some more research. Might be more emotionally lucrative than you first consider. Let's see what happens with these cards as they evolve through the reading. Knight of Wands and the Hermit. Look, I look at these two cards in terms of your relationships. I don't know why that prompted me to look at the notes. There's nothing about relationships on there, but there is a one-liner that I haven't mentioned yet, and I just got a peek at the bottom of the deck with that Three of Swords. So there's something I'm missing here. And that's okay. That's between you, me, and the fence post. I don't need to know. Let's read this out and see what comes through. Interesting. I just got it. Don't force a new beginning. Become more conscious about the energy that you can bring into one. I think you're making the offer. I feel like you're making the offer. And it might be in the guise of, I'll do this when that comes in, or I have to wait until I feel more like myself until I do that thing. Whatever it is, emotional related, or at least triggered by an emotional overflow, overwhelm even at times, Ace of Cups. But these are some solid divine counterparts. Yeah, I understand they're not partners, a match, or you know, an obvious match, let's call it. They look good together, very attractive. Poppy's having a big shake off in the corner. Very attractive. Look, energetically, physically, sure, but something about it feels good. Sorry about that, Aries. I had an alarm going off on my phone. A timely reminder, no coincidences. So whatever you got, whatever you got. But, and I want to add that if there is some kind of schedule or time that you've set for yourself, that could be an interpretation of that discipline or system or routine energy that's been keeping you at this current level. Some kind of strategies, let's say. But I really think that in the relationships, it's time to not just bring yourself in from out of the cold in terms of this lower frequency or this lack frequency or this unwell energy, but also bring your wisdom with you, bring what it is that you have to offer, like that said. There's nothing new to do here. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to understand the regression formula for, the King of Cups is trying to be intellectual and it's just not landing. It's not about any more smarts or lessons to learn or punishment to go through. The Hermit card is the wise mentor that's emerging from his time in the top of the mountain, hiding away, reading the books and studying the things and going through the dark night of the soul, and is quite frankly being interrupted by this passionate Knight of Wands. It's an interrupting energy coming in, galloping, just going, hey, how about this? How about this? Or I'm here to save the day. This is what the Knights are. That's why their offers, sometimes they feel like, ding, another timer going off. It's time for something. It's time for you to bring yourself in from out of the cold and shine your light and your wisdom. Apparently you're getting 2 instead of 1. And if you're feeling like you're on your own or this is very individual energy, it might have something to do with really wanting to meet an equal match, or a even if it doesn't look good on paper, like I said before, if it doesn't seem to make sense logically, or you can't find that intellectual way of explaining the situation you're in, against all odds, make the offer, take the offer, close the loop on the due diligence, align with the frequency of regulation and the graduation of that emotional guidance system that is moving you now forward. And, if it's an opening of the heart or an overflowing of emotion to channel and redirect, then you better than anybody else, the Emperor, Aries energy. And your system that has those routines, any kind of behaviors that have been working, keep them. 6 Pentacles for you, 3 for the other. But it's almost like a soulmate. The 6 of Cups is like soulmate, childhood healing, nostalgia, really being able to play safely on that Cups journey and create positive, like healing, affirming memories from this new individual frequency, inner security rather than lack mentality. So stellium worked you wonders, it seems. World of pure imagination. You can see, I don't know the words, but Pure Imagination, that song. I think that is all I've got for you this week. Oh, I forgot to mention the 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Save that for next time, hey? But it's got probably something to do with why you feel shit in the pit of your stomach. But imagine if it was your pure imagination is creating now. So enjoy. Hope that helped.